today. Today we're going to be making crab cakes in the kitchen, and this is a great dish. It's something that you can make ahead of time if you like and freeze and then pull them out as you would like them and cook them. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll show you how you make them, and then you can decide if you want to go ahead and make them and cook them right away or if you want to put some extras in the freezer for a later date. We're going to start out with chopping all of our fresh herbs. Instead of using dry herbs, which you can use if you don't have fresh, but I always like the fresh ones, and it just adds that much more flavor to your recipe. So we're going to start with chopping our dill, and we're just going to chop our dill, just a rough chop, nothing, you know, crazy. Just give it a good chop, and you'll just be able to smell those great herbs going. I love the smell of fresh dill. And then we're going to take some fresh flat leaf parsley, and we're just going to kind of bunch it together. That's how I do mine. It doesn't have to be anything perfect. You can also get some scissors, which is great too, and just, you know, use your scissors, which is a great way to do it as well. And just chop it. It's a great way to get out some frustration too, if you have any. So we're just going to give that a nice rough chop. We also have our green onions that are chopped or sliced with just part of the green and the white together. And then we have some celery that I've just sliced down the middle of the rib and just chopped real finely, because you don't want big chunks of celery in your dish. We are going to take our crab, which we have about 2 cups of crab meat in our bowl, and we're going to add to this our green onions and our celery, and then we're going to add this fresh dill and parsley to it. And then we're going to give it a toss. So you can see just the beautiful colors against the great crab. So I just think it's really pretty. And a lot of people eat with their eyes, or at least I do. If it looks good, it's got to taste good, whether it does or not. So then we're going to add our seafood breader to this. We're going to save a little bit back because we're going to mix it in here. And then we're also, once we make them into patties, we're going to dredge it back into our seafood breader before we put it in our pan to fry. So we're just going to toss this so we can get everything incorporated. And then we're going to add some egg to this too. And it's going to make a nice moist mixture. We're going to add our egg and some mayonnaise. And if you want, you can try adding like a Greek yogurt to this, which would add a nice little tang to it as well in place of the mayonnaise. We're going to add a little hot sauce, and then we're just going to give it a stir. So we're going to stir all this together till it's nice and moist. And then the great thing about this recipe is you can make them big, like this will make about 8 patties, which would be like a hamburger size if you would like for an entree. Or another great thing is to make them a little bit smaller and put them on slider buns if you want to make a crab cake burger. You can do that. Or you can make them even a little bit smaller and serve them as appetizers, which are great. You can pile them up, and we're going to make this great sauce that goes with it too. So then you can have this plate of these beautiful crab cakes and this great spicy sauce to dip them in, and it'll be great for a party. So you can make them all up, freeze them, and then pull them out for your party, which would be great. We're going to make our sauce, which we've taken our chipotle peppers and adobo sauce, and we're going to add some mayonnaise to that and a little squeeze of lime juice and mix that together, and that's what we're going to serve our crab cakes with. So I'll take you over and let you look at what the crab cakes, this is what they look like when they're cooking. You can see they're nice and golden brown. I made some big ones that we can use on our hamburger buns, and then some slider buns. We can use those as well. This is what they look like when they're done. They're nice and golden brown, and they're nice and flaky in the middle, and just oh so good. So I hope you enjoyed these crab cakes, and I look forward to seeing you here next time on Simple Cooking.